Alright, so if you've been keeping up with the influencer boxing, misfits, Adin Ross world, then you obviously know about Deen the Great's fight with Saleh. But what happened to this fight? Why did Adin Ross beef with KSI? Why is everyone against everyone now? And why is Deen the Great going off the rails? Hawk Talks Box, let's get right into it. I'll explain everything. So this all started when Adin Ross announced that he will be making Saleh and Deen the Great fight on March 16th for his Kick Warehouse boxing event. Now, if you're unaware, Adin Ross has been hosting one boxing event every month so far this year through his warehouse, which basically just has a giant boxing ring in it, and he's been so far pretty successful. Now, these fights usually consist of randos and a bunch of his friends basically just beefing and then beating each other up in the ring, so very unprofessional, definitely not sanctioned, but fun nonetheless. Now, everybody was excited when they heard about this until Misfits Boxing stepped in. So this whole beef and interaction started when Misfits Boxing contacted Adin Ross, or Adin Ross's manager to be exact, and basically told them that they cannot go through with this, because apparently Deen the Great had a contract with Misfits Boxing, who he did not disclose with Adin Ross, and in the contract it says clearly that Deen the Great needs permission from Misfits or Mams himself if he wants to participate in other boxing events, other even glorified sparring matches, which is what Deen the Great tried to pass this by as. After this happened, Adin Ross didn't just idly sit by and take the smoke. Adin Ross fired back with his own video, his own legal team, and said, no, this is basically happening. You can't stop me, and KSI, you're basically a loser. Now, this is what started this KSI and Adin Ross beef that is still continuing to this day, as Adin Ross did go on Jake Paul's BS with Jake Paul podcast and basically said, KSI's a fake, KSI's a loser, I looked up to him, but not anymore. So as it stands, they are currently technically in a legal battle / just online battle, because the two promotional companies for some reason can't coexist. This all caused the Saleh versus Deen the Great card to go kaboosh, disappeared into oblivion. So what happened after that? Well, Deen the Great actually stated that he will be making his own event at Zoo Culture. That's right, Bradley Martin's gym, which I will be popping up tweets here, as you can see from the screen. It also did not happen. So apparently what happened was Misfits Boxing basically tried to sue Deen the Great again by having another event happening when they clearly stated that he cannot fight under any circumstances. Now, for one, I do get it, since Deen the Great did state he was injured from his hand, which he was if you saw his last fight, and he also didn't talk to Mams at all about having any sort of fight. But then again, I definitely see Deen the Great's perspective on this, since they're basically making him his slave. Like, 9-to-5 job, you can't do anything without our permission, which I agree 100% sucks. Anyways, this all led to the Deen the Great fight at Zoo Culture, March 17th, which is tomorrow, to disappear. No more fight for Deen the Great. And this basically led Deen the Great to spiral out of control on Twitter, talking about how he's useless, he can't box, he can't do anything, and how he should get off social media and go to a mental hospital. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is just an exaggerated talk from Deen the Great, or if this is really how he's feeling. We all don't really know unless you're close to him, but either way, I do hope Deen the Great the best, and I hope Adin Ross and KSI's legal situation comes to an actual official end with one side winning. Now, in this particular case, I am siding towards Adin Ross's boxing events, since it is kind of BS that they're not able to do anything now. But then again, technically by law, they do have to have it sanctioned. But this is basically pretty much it. This is the update that we've had so far, to the hour, to the minute. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, and where do you think this will be resolved? When do you think it'll be resolved, and how do you think it'll be resolved? Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe to Hawk Talks Box, and yeah, that is pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace the frick out.